Greetings and welcome to an introduction to Season 2 of the Department of Tangents podcast. If you've listened before, welcome back. If you've never listened, thanks for tuning in. I want to tell you a bit about what's coming up first and then tell you about some changes that I've made from the previous incarnation of the Department of Tangents. First, it is Friday evening, June 25th, as I am taping this, and the new episodes will be hitting your ears on Tuesday following this. I have 6 episodes broken down into 2 music, 2 horror-related, and 2 comedy-related. I have Jenee Halstead and Rob Kovac on the music side. Both of them have wonderful new albums out, and you should take a listen to those. I have, on the comedy side, Josh Johnson and John Rineman, 2 stand-up comedians who also have experience writing for late night. In the horror category, I have Lisa and Yinh, hosts of the Stay Scary podcast, one of the most fun horror podcasts that you can put in your ears. And I also have Paul Tremblay, author of Survivor Song, which I reviewed for the Globe last year. And I want to say I'm happy with every one of these interviews. In the past, I may have just put the entire interview out there. This season, I'm changing things up a little bit, partly to make it easier for you guys to listen to this and digest this podcast, and partly to save my own sanity. I was trying to do a weekly podcast, and I tried to do that for roughly 4 years, and I drove myself insane a little bit. It was my first foray into doing podcasts. I'll admit, in over my head. I got a lot of feedback, and at one point, I just got tired. I took myself offline and decided to do some studying and come back, and that's what this season is all about. It's 6 half-hour episodes. They are divided by topic. They are much more focused. I know it's the Department of Tangents, so there are still tangents aplenty within those. But I really hope this new format is going to stick with you guys, and I'm really glad to be back. One of the biggest reasons that I do this is to talk to people who create. It's what I love to do most. It's what I've gotten to do writing for the Boston Globe for the past 20 years, freelancing for other publications, writing about mainly comedy, but also music and books. It's kind of a lifeblood to me to be able to do that, to be able to swim in those waters and talk to people about their writing and their comedy and their music, how they put things together, what goes into the creation of what they do. And these 6 episodes have been especially enjoyable in that regard. The other part of this is something I learned when I stopped doing it. I got burned out for a bit. I stopped, and then the pandemic hit, and I thought, well, maybe I can use this to do some good. So I taped a series called The Artist Check-In, which was me talking to people about how they were getting through the pandemic when stages went dark and people really didn't know what to do with themselves. That was a much shorter podcast. It was focused a bit more, and I found that you guys tuned in to hear that, to download that a lot more. As soon as I stopped doing this and my future was unclear, then my downloads started to go up, and I found that there's an audience out there if I can rein myself in a little bit. So that's part of what this is going to be. These 6 episodes are kind of an experiment to see what I can do with that. And I hope it's something that I can build on for the future. So tune in Tuesday. I'm going to be releasing all 6 episodes at once, and let me know what you think. And it's great to be back. Thanks for listening.